C-SPAN's local content vehicles are traveling the country, visiting congressional districts to look at the most closely contested House races in this year's midterm elections.
The issues that are important to me is to bring back Michigan how it once was. I've had a close family member lose his business after it being in business for 60 years.
And it's bad. I mean, Pontiac then went down. You have nothing.
I'm concerned about employment, definitely. The auto industry has changed. You know, Michigan used to be the hub of the wheel that used to run Michigan. Jobs were plentiful. I think now we need to address that issue.
The unemployment rate is around 12% in Oakland County. The state average is right around 14%. And the foreclosure problem has been horrible in Oakland County. It's been horrible all over the state, but it's been really bad in Oakland County too. People are, you know, the economy is just really scary right now. People are losing their homes, people are losing their jobs, and there just doesn't seem to be a big enough recovery quick enough. And there's just a real anxiety out there, especially here in Michigan with the auto industry. So many people have lost their jobs, and we've got one of the highest unemployment rates in the nation.
Our state is hurting. We were one industrial type of state. We need them now because the automotive industry has shrunken or, you know, downsized. A lot of the jobs have been outsourced. We need to recover from that.
Well, I've had 2 businesses close that I've owned. I have friends that have businesses and closed, and they've actually moved to Arizona, San Diego, out of state. Everybody's moving out of state. Dallas. It's affecting me primarily because I'm looking out of state too because I can't get full-time work.
Just want to come by personally and ask for your support?
I'm Democrat, so I'm out.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Well, super.
Yep.
Well, good. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we're going to keep working hard and get
Sounds
all your friends and relatives out there, too?
I'm a teacher, too, so I'm fighting hard for education and all that's going on, too. So.
Yeah, it's critical, especially here in Michigan. We've had such challenges.
And especially you today realize that everything that Washington does somehow impacts us on an everyday life. Impacts everything from our health care to the taxes we pay to how our schools are basically educating our students?
There's 2 candidates. It's Gary Peters. He's the incumbent Democrat. He is the first Democrat to win the seat in more than a century. And the Republican is Andrew Rocky Raczkowski. He is a former state representative and is a military vet. For Gary Peters, he is on the Finance Committee, and he really wants to bring money back into Michigan to set up a loan program so businesses have ability to get some money so they can expand their businesses.
I love this Obamacare, make it hurt. Boy, I wouldn't want this shot.
For Raczkowski, he is very upset with the Obama administration. He'd like to see the health care repealed. He's also interested in jobs for Michigan and the best ways to go about doing that. The district is Oakland County. It's encompassed all within Oakland County, which is the northern suburbs of Detroit. And it's always been a very Republican district, but over about the last 10 years, it's been trending more Democratic. The voters have been voting for the Democrats for president and governor, I'd say in the last 4 or 5 election cycles. And just this past year, or this past election cycle in 2008, Democrats won a lot of seats in a lot of different areas.
We just have to keep working. So, but yeah, we're hearing good things, and then the key thing is obviously getting our message out. But it's going to be important just to get them actually to the polls. You know, that's the thing. That's the challenge. Is, you know,
that's the big one with this.
Well, they're not doctors. They've never been employed. They've never been.
It's a big Republican year, and I think that if it had stayed even a little bit of the same as it was in 2008, Peters would have no problems getting reelected at all. But just the mood of the state and of the county, it makes it a much tougher race. Peters has no plans to ask the president to come in and campaign for him. The president has come in during the past 2 years a couple of times for fundraisers, but he hasn't been back for a while. And Peters has said, no, Obama isn't on the ballot. I'm on the ballot, running on my record. It's going to be indicative of what kind of year it's going to be as far as a Republican or Democratic year. It could very well throw the majority of Congress one way or the other. If Gary Peters loses here, then I fully expect that the Republicans will definitely take over the majority in Congress.
Leading up to the November 2nd midterm elections, we're traveling the country and visiting congressional districts where some of the most closely contested House races are taking place. For more information on what the local content vehicles are up to this election season, visit our website, cspan.org/LCV.